So, hello and welcome back to episode number 10 of the Road to Cheltenham Challenge, series number 4, with myself, Barry Doyle, and of course the Golden Groom, as you can see, is missing. He is on the Swiss Alps, and he has sent down his, hopefully a profitable selection for episode number 10. I'll be giving you my selection as well. Of course, we're halfway there now, halfway through the Road to Cheltenham Challenge, with 10 selections in the book from this, at the end of this episode. So we've lots to look at in terms of portfolios, and we're building up, of course, to Goff's Thyestes Day, the big day in the southeast, a race that stops a county, stops more than a county, I'd say, stops the entire southeast anyway, and has become ever more popular as the biggest standalone fixture in Irish racing. And of course, this show proudly, once again, in association with Gowran Park Racecourse, the premier racecourse in the southeast. Boylesports, our betting partner, and Syndicates.Racing. And I do believe it's the first of its kind. The Goff's Thyestes Day, a preview night show with featuring over 10 special guests, all from, well, we've gone right down into the depths of the southeast. We really can't wait for this show. Davy Boland, of course, involved from Racing's Inside Track TV. He'll be joining us along with the Shark Hanlon, of course, after fresh off the back of that King George victory. He, of course, parades at Gowran Park on Thursday. We've Pat Foley, of course, his late dad Tom, of course, of Danoli fame, with, of course, Lar Byrne as well, a famous owner of Hardy Eustace back in the day, and did own, was a joint owner, of course, involved in the Sladyville Syndicate with Total Recall, winner of the Goff's Thyestes back in, of course, 2020. David Mullins will be joining us on the show as well. It'll be great to link up with David once again, and he, I'm sure, will be giving us some insight into those Mullins runners in the big Goff's Thyestes, which on Thursday, of course, Willie Mullins is going for his 10th Thyestes. So it's certainly going to be a cracking day down in Gowran Park. Some of the other guests tomorrow, of course, Desi Scal. How many Thyestes chases did Desi call on his day? Well, Desi will be joining us to talk all things Thyestes. 47 years in the Irish commentary booth. It'll be great to link up with Desi once again, and we'll be getting the County Meath angle with Busty Ammond. Originally, of course, from Ballinabranna, County Carlow, and he's coming down for a raid, as he is an assistant trainer now to Gordon Elliott. So it'll be great to get an insight into some of the Gordon Elliott runners. 9 entries. It'll be interesting to see who is declared for tomorrow.
Afternoon, Basil. Sorry to leave you in the lurch this week, but otherwise preoccupied doing a bit of skiing. But no way was I going to miss my tip in the challenge. So I am going for Jade de Grugy in the Mayor's Novice Hurdle. As mentioned earlier in the show, really impressed with her at Leopardstown. I think she was really strong from the front for a filly making her first start in Ireland. I thought she was really good. I think she can only improve. I wanted to get her in this week because I think there's every chance she's declared, or she's entered in the Sol Arena at Fairyhouse tomorrow, and in that case I think she has a lot of potential to shorten up with a good performance there. So that race will probably be hot enough now, but and the Mayor's Novice Hurdle looks okay with Dysart Enos and brighter days ahead this year, but I think this mare could be better than all of them after that run at Leopardstown. She's in the honeysuckle colours and she has a really bright future, so I wanted to get her in, and hopefully we get a nice little enhancement from the good people at Boylesports. I'll see you all next week, and yeah, gonna go have a beer now.
That was the Golden Groom and his pick for the Road to Cheltenham Challenge. Episode number 10 is Jade de Grugy, 10-1 enhanced out from 8-1 in the Mayor's Novice Hurdle. And we did mention that we were quite keen on this mare for the Mayor's Novices Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival off the back of her victory at Leopardstown over 2 mile 4 in her maiden hurdle. I'm doubling up in the Mayor's Novices Hurdle, and I am going to go for the exact same selection. Jade de Grugy, 10-1 enhanced from 8-1 for the Mayor's Novices Hurdle. And I have to say, I really love this mare. Well, for me, she's a gorgeous looking mare, and there was shades of vroom Mag, I thought, about this imposing daughter of Dr. Dina. She's only a 5-year-old as well. She's unbeaten now, obviously unbeaten for Willie Mullins, but did win her bumper in quite impressive fashion. Not everything went to plan for her on that occasion in France over the 1 and 4 on her inner bumper. That was on decent ground. She's won on heavy ground at Leopardstown, and she really impressed me, I suppose, in many different ways. on her maiden hurdle. I mean, they went quite steady for the first, over the first 3 or 4 flights, and they got racing quite early in the race. I mean, I think the 10 flights and a full circuit to race when they actually started locking horns. Jade the Grugy, the 5-year-old daughter of Dr. Dino, and Butcher Hollow, who had decent form. He's a bumper winner, of course, in his own right. And I think he's quite a smart horse himself. And they took each other on. Obviously, she was getting weight. She came with a big price tag, 230,000, after winning her French bumper on decent ground, as mentioned. And she was given plenty of time by Willie as well. And she's a big framed horse. And just looking at, she's the most gorgeous set of ears as well. She's very, very alert. You could see her, quite intelligent. She travelled very well, jumped her hurdles with real panache, if that's even a word. And I thought her only mistake came 3 out. And what impressed me the most was after, I suppose, locking horns with Butcher Hollow so far out in the contest, and they were going a right good gallop. She seemed to find another gear off the final bench. She left them for dead completely and went on to win by 15 lengths. She jumped the last flight as well, like a fresh horse. And I thought this mare must have a massive, massive engine. And in a race, I think the Irish have a strong hand in fairness, with the likes of Brighter Days Ahead, obviously Jatara in there as well. And I just think the Solarina is probably going to give us the biggest clue once again to the Mares Novices Hurdle. And I think she's going to be a big, big player. You're getting a double figure price still from Boylesports at 10-1 for the Mares Novices Hurdle. I think this mare could be quite special. And I really liked what she did on debut. And yeah, I'm going to put her into the team sheet at odds of 10-1. Must note as well, obviously, she's my second selection for the Mares Novices Hurdle. Very disappointed with Only by Night. I'm not entirely sure it was her true running. I think she's a lot better than what she showed genuinely. And I don't think she's turned up and performed whatsoever. And I'm just happy to double take. We did say this, made reference on a couple of occasions. This is a race I think the Irish have a good hand in. And I think Jade de Grugy represents really decent value in the Mares Novices Hurdle. So take advantage if you want. Go over to the Boylesports website under the heading National Hunt Ante-Post price boosts. Head under the heading Champ.ie price boosts, and you will be able to avail of that 10-1 enhanced out from 8-1. Get your week 10 selections down below. Let us know what you're thinking in terms of Tayeste's Chase Day, and make sure to get your selections in tomorrow and enter the big competition, which we will be launching on the show tomorrow. And Jack Cantillon, what a prize it is to look forward to. He'll be announcing that on the Goffs Tayeste's Day preview with David Mullen, Cher Cannon, Desi Scal, Pat Foley, Busty Yaman, Father Paddy Byrne and Lar Byrne, along with Racing's Inside Track TV, the wise old sage of the Southeast, Davy Boland. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.